options in the language. So they've basically what they've gone in and added to the Java 7 was the ability to use lambdas, which are anonymous functions that can be declared inline. They're great for readability, and they're really useful for kind of replacing what would normally be smaller helper methods that you would have to go in and define. So when you're reading through the code, it prevents you from having to jump around and kind of figure out what's going on. And then the major thing that they added that implements Lambda is this idea of streams, which is a method of data processing where you pass it in data, it turns it into a stream, which then you can modify using high order functions like map, filter, or any kind of immediately declared anonymous functions in order to modify the data that you passed in. The data is collected up and then passed back out as the same type of data structure that you passed in, except now it's modified for basically whatever you needed to be done to it. So, for example, in our project, we have a list of objects, and what we're doing here is looking for all of the objects that are flagged as selected, which is just a boolean in the object. And so if they're selected, then we're using the filter function to only select the ones that are filtered. They're collected up back into a new list, and then the stream outputs a new list. So it's just a clean way to do what we could have done iteratively with a for loop or multiple embedded for loops.
So quick demo of the app now and how we implemented these features. We have a main menu which is going to show us all the classes that we are registered for. Right now we need to add something to the database. So let's add a class here real quick. Actually, what would that be here? All right, we can submit that. Now, if we close it, it's going to bring us back to our main class schedule where we still don't have anything. But if we hit add class to schedule now, here's going to be a list of everything that we've got in the database. We can select it, we can unselect it. When there's multiple on there, we can unselect it. If I add that to the database of classes and then hit load classes, now we have everything in here as far as what we're scheduled for. We can add different classes. Submit that one. Let's make another one. All right, we'll submit that one, hit close. If we go back into our database, we'll go back into our schedule. Now we have still all three because they're all in the database, but only the languages class has been added. If I wanted to select College Hall, hit add selected classes, now only this different class is going to load in here because those are the only ones that we've got selected in there.
So overall, the functional ideas that they've added into Java 8 just dramatically increase the readability and the writability of the code when implemented properly. It definitely took some time getting used to figuring out how streams work, but once they do, it seems like it's kind of just an intuitive way of rewriting what normally would be a whole lot of code in just a line or two.
definitely seems way more efficient for sure.